Hi everybody. Now I show you how you work with this assignment and how to do the exercises for the course. I think that it's much convenient for everyone when you understand what are the basic elements of the exercises. I show you some screen here, and now I little bit explain it what we are aiming for. You are working during the course. You are working in a virtual company called CodeMinds or CodeKerup, depends on Finnish or English version. But anyway, you have this company where you are working as a trainee, but you have now new possibility to gain your work title to junior developer, junior project manager. But before that, you have to pass through the test, which is set by Arnold Suksi and Mirva Porkka, who want to test your capabilities to arrange the project in the right position at the start. And what is needed to do is that you have a certain assignment from the company, which I'm not talking about anything here, but I'm just referencing that there is somewhere assignment. CodeMinds or CodeKerup has got this assignment from the company outside, and they want to get something to be done and delivered by your company. The assignment is defined in some documents. There can be videos, there can be a lot of tables, different kind of things, and the material outside, and you have to go through this material and get inside the project. Then you have a certain location what you are dealing with quite a lot. It's OPF repository in GitLab. Every student have own repository in GitLab, and they are automatically generated for everyone. But your target is to take care of your own personal repository and make some updates on the selected documents which are relying on that repository structure. OPF is actually a web page which is visible to outside world, but same moment it's also the repository which is visible in GitLab using the browser. We are mainly using the GitLab browser during this course because I hope that everyone gets used to work with GitLab anyway, but there is also the courses GitLab Basics from the Karo Saharinen, which I expect that you have already passed through that course, and it's very handy because you can use those things and skills what you have learned there, so it's much convenient and faster to do these exercises by using those skills there. But in this course, if you haven't passed through or haven't participated at all those GitLab basics, then you are working mainly with browser. It's not forbidden to use other methods, but anyway, it's convenient and simplest way in this moment. But your target is update the documents inside OPF. You will learn what is OPF anyway, no panic on that. But it's basically having several documents which are visible to outside world, but basically they are written in a markdown format. And the main workflow is that you have to go through this material, your assignment, and search for certain elements there. And then you are needed to do things that there is some issues or information pieces which you immediately understand that this is actually, the place is here. This information is located in this section in this project plan, for example, or these elements here are somehow connected with this part of here. And this is the main idea of the your exercise is that you have to study through the assignment and find missing parts and update those missing parts to documentation. It means that there is a template of documentation which is having a lot of informative text and template text around issues and some kind of video links, whatever, but you have to focus on to make this project plan or requirement specification or some other diagrams or Excel tables. They should contain right information which is found from this assignment. So you have to deliver this information in documents and make them visible in a way that they are really containing something which is based on the real assignment case. That takes some time to study with, but the idea is that there is certain locations are having some information which is quite simple to understand that, okay, this is the information for this certain place in the document, so it should be easy when you go through those material and you also join these Zoom sessions if needed. One very common thing is that when you are looking at some of these documents, you will see immediately there is these old pictures around the documents. It means that there is something what you should work with. So it means that if there is an old picture, somehow you have to read about what is the informative text and what is table, for example, in this case, and fill that table with the data and information which you get from the assignment. If you don't know what is the correct answer, you can always ask in Zoom and let's discuss about what is the container, what should be the containment. But the idea is that you have to spend some time and do some study first to get inside the question, because these texts here are always showing you some ideas how to solve the problems, and make sure that you have a look at all material around that area. So there is several assignments, exercises. There is 4 to 5 or 6 exercises, depends on the implementation of the course, but I just explain that in a way that there should be, or there is now 3 or 4. It's same for you. You just check out how many there is, but when you know what exercises are needed to do, you just go through one by one, and all of those are waiting for your updates practically in the documents. So that's very common that exercise X, whatever, is having the story fill the document according the needed information. And if you go inside the documentation, you just check out where are the O's, and then wait a moment, I found one from here. Okay, update according your project. So these links here should be updated in my own project, to link to my own project. So these elements here are just informative texts, and you can take them away if you feel so. But the idea is that you collect information and spend time with these elements here, and little bit think about what the heck is this all doing here, what is the reason why we are needed to gather some information according this area. So this is the way how we have organized the course exercise. So your work is mainly that you just go through the assignment material and try to find correct information and fill the places where the owls are lying or living, whatever. So this is the basic flow. But when you are updating this GitLab repository, it means that after couple seconds or half minute, whatever. It takes some time, but there is a certain process running behind. When you update the repository and add some information there, in a couple minutes you will see new version of OPF repository as a web page. So it will be using the continuous integration pipeline, and it's also deploying new version of the web page outside world. So you can look at your page in this way. Commonly, quite normal is that you are looking the browser view of GitLab and updating documents there, but when you want to show to outside world that how things are organized, then you are using this OPF structure, just showing to outside world that how your project is live and kicking. We are working for just a small amount of the documents, because this is the first year's studies. We are just getting inside how to use this framework as a part of project team work, and your primary target is to learn to how to use this OPF structure and arrange a project for future purposes. And where you're gonna need this skill set is that when you are going to participate any project, software project, whatever, future factory implementation in YAML or outside world, you find that these elements are quite common to every kind of software houses when they are working for the product development. They need those same kind of documents. They can be a little bit different, but the idea is that they are there, and you will quite soon notice that, okay, this is actually project plan. I have seen this already in a little bit different format, but anyway. Okay, this was a little bit long story, but the idea is that you now know what is the basic way of working. Assignment, read about assignment, try to understand the information what is there, then collect information somewhere there in assignment, deliver that in a format of needed project plan or requirement specification or whatever document or diagram. Try to transfer this information in real document. That's the main point of the exercise. But there is also Excel case and some tasking and issue management tool practices, so there is another cases also, but this is the basic flow. Let's talk more in a Zoom sessions and think about then what is the problem and try to solve them together. Thank you.